Once 2005 came around, I got deployed to Iraq and deployed 0506, Operation Iraq. During this time, this is where my experience with a demon came. I was known as the guy with the Bible. I carried my Bible everywhere. I carried my word everywhere. I didn't curse. I didn't do anything. I didn't drink, anything of that nature. But Satan has a very sneaky way of getting in on those people. My leadership, they were very, very anti-Christian. Very, very anti-Christian. 3 of my non-commissioned officers, my leaders, one of them was really into Luciferian stuff. And I remember him forcing me as a private. I didn't know any better. If I would have known what I know now, I'd have told him, bro, write me up. But I was young, dumb, and wanted to be the best soldier I could be. He made me sit and watch The House of 1,000 Corpses, put on by Rob Zombie. It was a horror. I hate horror. If I was watching any movies, it was cartoons and action. That's all I watched. I hated horror. But it was later on when I discovered Ivor Myers and Little Studio. Before it was major, they did Battlefield Hollywood. And I realized by beholding, you become changed. Because ever since I watched that, that's when something came into me. And I always had this real bad anger issue. Real bad anger. After I did my 4 years in Colorado, I came back from Iraq. During this time, I'm going to share a little bit of my personal life, but that's because it had to do with this demon coming out of me. I had 2 children. Whenever I got transferred from Fort Carson, Colorado to Fort Richardson, Alaska, I remember Ivor Myers talking about demons having names. Little did I know this is how arrogant this demon was. I had his name tattooed on my arm. His name was Rage. I remembered this and I snapped. So I ran down from where I was shower. I was in the middle of the shower and it just dawned on me, like, we need to rebuke this thing by name. So I ran downstairs and me and my then partner, we were praying. Had to pray. We had to rebuke Rage by name. Whenever this happened, I remember the demon, this feeling of like weightlessness. I remember we rebuked it in the name of Jesus Christ, and by name, and felt this weight just lift off. My son woke up from his nap upstairs and came downstairs. Satan don't care about age. He don't care about children. All I know is that my 4-year-old looked at me and with an adult voice told me, no, stay away from me, no. And I ran, and I'm a power lifter. I'm fairly, I know I'm not the strongest man in the world, but I'm fairly strong. And he started ripping his clothes off of me. At 4 years old, ripping his clothes off of himself, running around the house. I ran and I grabbed him and I held him with everything I had. Everything. And he put his hands in the middle of my chest and pushed me away as if I was nothing. I rebuked Rage in the name of Jesus Christ again, and my son fell as if he died in my arms. I mean, I thought he was dead. I looked at his little face. I said, "No, are you okay?" And he looked at me like, what just happened? He had no clue. He pushed so hard that the blood vessels on his eye burst. And
he pushed.
Yeah, he was pushing, like, whenever I held him, I was holding him like this. And he pushed so hard that the blood vessels underneath his eyes burst. It was absolutely... And from that moment on, I knew that what I watch directly affects you. And by beholding, you become changed.